my series of Armed Citizen Stories. This makes Armed Citizen Stories number 5. And just once again, these are right out of First Freedom Magazine, an NRA publication. We're writing right to the page that says Armed Citizen. So, without wasting any more time, let's get right to the stories. I really enjoy these, and I hope you do too. Okay, while a getaway driver waited in the car, 2 men approached the home and smashed through the front door. The commotion alerted the 40-year-old homeowner, who quickly got his shotgun. Finding themselves at the business end of a firearm, one of the suspects ran away so fast that he suffered a head injury requiring medical attention. The other suspect wisely waited for police. A neighbor flagged down an officer who responded to the scene. The officer spotted the armed homeowner, but swiftly determined he was defending himself. We've learned that the guy with the gun is not always the bad guy. Well, good, thank God for that. Said Police Lieutenant Mike Nugent. All 3 suspects were arrested. Okay, and that's out of Portland, Maine. Police said a 32-year-old man was leaving a fast food restaurant when a robber approached him, demanded cash, and threatened him with a box cutter. The would-be victim, who had a concealed carry permit, acted quickly, drawing a handgun and shooting his attacker. The suspect will be arrested pending his release from the hospital. In a robbery, you ain't got no time to wait for police, said local resident Billy Pompey. Got to protect yourself. Mobile, Alabama. God bless those Southern guys. Stories of armed citizens defending their homes during the Hurricane Katrina were well documented. But many may be unaware that the looting and burglaries are ongoing. Lionel Lewis, 61, still lives in a FEMA trailer next to his hurricane-damaged home. One evening, he heard someone forcing his way into his home, likely to steal copper pipes. Lewis phoned police, armed himself with a handgun, and investigated. "Don't move," Lewis told the suspect. Instead, the suspect wheeled it around and swung a 2x4 at Lewis, who ducked the blow. The assailant prepared for another swing, but before he could make it, Lewis shot him. Police arrested the would-be burglar and took him to the hospital for treatment. And that was in, of course, New Orleans. The early morning hours, a man broke into a home and assaulted a woman inside, fondling her and tearing her clothing. She screamed and the man fled. The following night, evil visited the home again. At 3 a.m., the woman's husband heard a loud noise and retrieved the firearm. As the suspect forced the back door open, the husband opened fire, killing him. Police believe the same suspect was involved in both incidents, and that happened in Austin, Texas. Okay. 3 young men knocked on a door one evening, but the man and the woman inside didn't recognize them, and their instincts told them something wasn't right. The woman hid in a closet, and the man got his gun. They were fortunate to trust their guts because the suspects promptly kicked in the door. The homeowner yelled and fired a shot, wounding one of the suspects and causing his accomplices to flee the scene. The suspect was taken to the hospital and later arrested. His accomplices are still sought by the police, and that was in Las Vegas. A woman was placing her child in a car seat when 2 barking pit bulls, problem dogs already scheduled to be seized by the animal control officers, charged the vehicle. The woman hurried inside the vehicle, but one of the dogs bit her foot through the shoe before she could get inside. The dogs looked for another victim just as Gary Butch walked outside to take his daughter to school. He spotted the growling dogs just in time as they ran towards him. Butch grabbed a .22 caliber rifle and fired 9 shots at the charging dogs from a distance of 10 to 12 feet. The dogs were killed. Okay, that was in Daytona Beach, Florida. Cesno Briones was at home when 4 combative knife-wielding men showed up outside his door looking for someone they claimed was inside the home. One of the men said he had just been released from prison and didn't fear going back. Moments later, the man kicked in the door and entered the home with the second suspect. Both carried knives. As the men descended upon Briones, He raised a .38 caliber handgun and opened fire, killing one suspect and wounding the other. Briones and his children fled the home and flagged down a police cruiser. 2 suspects, including the one wounded by Briones, were arrested, and that happened in San Antonio, Texas. Well, there you have it, my brothers. Another set of armed citizen stories. Hats off to these people that they reacted in time. Okay, and once again, these come right out of the NRA magazine, First Freedom. If you're not a member of the NRA, it is worth every penny, not just to get the magazine, but what the NRA does to support our rights. Okay, so I strongly urge you to, if you're not a member, to become one. And guess what? If you get your own magazine, you won't have to listen to me rant. Okay, but anyway, once again, this is FirearmPop. Be safe out there, and God bless. Bye now.